Mongoose Jake here, and as you can see in front of you, I have packages. Means I'm going to do an unboxing. So, time to get the utility knife, or just rip and tear at some of these packages, and open these things up. And this isn't all that I had on the way, but finally, some of it has came. So, with a sip of coffee, here we go. Now, some of these I previously had opened. I'm going to start with the little one over here. I had previously opened this one a little bit because I just couldn't, when I seen who it was from, I couldn't wait. This one is from none other than Laser Gnomes. Of course, if any of those of you familiar with the hobby, Laser Gnomes is a source for custom 3D printed Nerf Sledgefire shells. This is the Slugfire, and this is the Slugfire, and what this is it singles a Sledgefire down to be able to fire one Elite. I got a couple of those in with what is his little package, the Sledgemo, which is a holder for extra Sledgefire shells, and you can see. Let's try to get that. It needs something dark behind it. Something laying beside me. One of my holsters. You can see that has come right out of the printer into me. So I'll have to clean that up a little bit. It's got fibers all over it, but that is going to go on top of my Sledgefire, which I do love Sledgefires. And this is the Mega. This is really rough. That might drive some of you nuts, but it is really rough. I might have to sand that down to get good performance. I'll try it first, but that is really rough. That feels like it would grab the Mega Darts, which that is what this is. I should have mentioned that to start with. This singles down the Sledgefire to channel all three barrels into one to fire a Mega Dart, which is basically shoved onto here almost like the old style Nerf blasters. If any of you have been doing this long enough to remember that most Nerf blasters and Busby used to take the dart and shove it over the dart post, and the air was channeled through the dart post. I'm wondering if Laser Gnomes got that idea. I'll set that aside for now. Throw some of this packaging on the floor. Time to rip open another one and see what I've got here. This one is from China. So this is going to be probably a partial delivery of my NF Strike order. We're going to rip that whole utility knife and just rip. That is exactly what this is. Okay, yeah. There's a reinforcing end cap for any of the blasters. I might use that or not. I've got some sights here. Those are some sights that will actually clamp on to the rail. They have actually a set screw. Very nice. And a couple of worker stocks. I have two different ones. And I don't know which one's which yet. I'm not looking at labels. I'm just opening. Ooh, I know what this one's for. This one is going to be for my high-powered Retaliator build. I'm looking forward to this. This is going to go on. I got a Sonic Ice Retaliator, and I am going to be building that up with a high-powered kit, 9 kilograms, and I will be running a metal sled and whatnot. So that's going to be a very, very nice Retaliator when I'm done with it. Because I may come across as somebody who's not a fan of Nerf Retaliators, because I kind of pick at them for Busby basically building all kinds of blasters that now kick the Retaliator's butt left and right, which they do. Tactical Storm, Interceptor, the new Abraham's M16 that I just unboxed. Basically all of those wipe the floor with the stock Retaliator, and they all do it at a cheaper price. Like the Interceptor is just such a humongous better deal than a Retaliator. It's $5 cheaper. You get 30 darts, 2 magazines. You get the rail adapter so you can run Nerf accessories on your interceptor. It's I may say all that, and it's all true, but I do like the Retaliator. It's much more customizable down the road. I mean, things like this. I'm going to be doing a nice custom build on a Retaliator. This is actually going to be for the fact that I just got my first ever Elite Alpha Trooper. And I got this to go with it, because my Alpha Trooper is the orange. So that'll be a nice stock for it. And that's actually what that's what I intended the sights to be for. Okay, now I got those set aside. Set that back there. Now, let's open an Amazon package. Ah, here we are. Orange Bloodworks. I'm sure the camera can see that. That is a long shot. This is going to be the basis. I'm going to use some of the parts of this kit for my long shot build. I don't intend to use the whole kit, because I actually have some better parts on the way from NF Strike. I got to notice that some of them are going to be delayed. Let's see, this one, just simply yet again another Orange Modworks 7 kilogram Retaliator Recon spring. This gets used. I can use this in all kinds of things. So it's a 7 kilogram Orange Modworks spring. It fits a whole ton of blasters now. Basically, all the new Busby blasters can run a Retaliator spring, so good to have on hand. And now, let's get to this box. Okay, this will need a knife. Be careful here. Open it up. This also from NF Strike, and this should be a pretty big order of darts. And this shouldn't be all. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of darts. These are the AccuStrike copies that I like. Okay, we got all kinds of them. Let's get through here. There should be some worker parts. Yes. Let's see what we got here. Ah, yes. This is going to be a spare Retaliator sled, and what I bought this for was actually some more of the worker goo and spare O-rings, and also the plunger. I wanted this for my Retaliator build. This is just going to be a spare sled. I don't really have any intention of using it, but NF Strike has such a good deal that you spend only like a couple more dollars compared to just ordering just the plunger tube, and you get the whole kit. So I figured, why not? I don't mind having a sled on hand, because I have damaged them before. Ah, yes, and here is a upgraded breech. I'm gonna stay with long darts, so I did not want to go to I didn't want to go to a short setup. I don't want to run Steffens only. I run regular darts, Precise Pros to be exact, and Accu copies. So those are the two darts that I run everywhere. I have some Ekind Nerf Elite copies that we mixed in our bin, because I've got about 500 of those, but I'll be back up to a couple thousand of AccuStrike copies. And something else that I got in this package were NF Strike's Mega Darts, and these are not whistling tips. These are Mega Darts that are suction tipped. Can't wait to try these out, because suction tips used to be everybody's favorite because they're pretty stable in flight, and without having the huge whistling port in the Mega Darts, these should fly straighter instead of the Mega Darts. I have some right over beside me in my bin. Now, what I was saying was simply, if you have Mega Darts, these whistling tips, if you've ever seen a Mega Dart fire, they go everywhere, and it's because airflow gets in one side of these holes or the other. The reason I ordered these from NF Strike is they are basically a flat front. It is a suction tip, and I don't really care about the suction tip at all. If it was just a flat front, I would be fine with that. These will not get drugged one way or the other. They should be a lot more accurate. The thing is that some off-brands aren't actually the full diameter. This was a problem with some of them I bought off eBay. This actually looks pretty good. But I'll have to test these out. I'll do a video with my Centurion and with some others. It works, all of them work fine in something like the Mastodon, but with like the Busby Tyrant or the Centurion, they're sensitive to the actual diameter of the dart. But as far as I know, I'm still waiting on the rest of my order from Nerf Strike. They've kind of mixed it all up. I don't believe they've shoved anything else down here in the bottom of this. We just got darts galore, and more darts. So, that's everything I've got so far. Now I've got a mess on my workbench, and I'll get that cleaned up, and I got to unpackage all these darts. This is Mongoose Jake. Thanks for watching.